Today, from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 7.
And off we go from Las Vegas. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And he did everything possible to rally his team to a win last week, didn't he? What did he throw for?
Over 450 yards.
I mean, that's a pretty phenomenal performance. So, obviously, he and the offense were clicking pretty well. The other two-thirds, though, that comes into question. Defense and special teams. They'll need all of them to play better in this one, too.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A check on the numbers a week ago for Waller. 6 catches, 87 yards.
And the competition gets a little bit tougher here because he's got to go against the #1 ranked defense in the NFL against the pass, the latest incarnation of the no-fly zone.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This defense for the Saints, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Give him 6 yards and they do convert on 3rd. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. To throw again on 2nd down. Smith. And that's complete to Adams. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. 3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Smith. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Nick Bosa. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
So certainly a defensive mistake here in the first quarter, getting hit with a roughing the passer call.
And that hurts not just because of the yardage you gave up and give them a fresh set of downs, but that brought the home crowd into this one. And when you go on the road, your job is to silence the crowd, not energize them.
From the red zone now, Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Davante Adams, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And Davante... Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. This taken in at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 8 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked to him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
Throwing again on second down. Smith. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Smith throwing again.
Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
He's got Renfro on the out route.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Jacobs going to try the middle. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves them with a 1st and goal.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
Here's Jacobs. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the...
Touchdown, Raiders! Adam Troutman, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. On as the Raider kickoff unit now, as they will send this one away. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to...
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
A little jet sweep to start the drive.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. Now Smith. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs.
And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
To throw with Smith. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Raiders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. His throw incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
He'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Complete. It's Johnson. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll try and throw for it here.
Got an open man here.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Raiders pick it up. Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here, punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Back to throw again. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Steps away to his left. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So we have reached halftime. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
On second down now, it's right. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They were losers last week, dropping that game to the Indianapolis Colts. But the good news for them, they've got the lead right now and the football. 1st and 10. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Now Gino.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he is going to have the Raiders first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 41, Smith. That's caught by Waller out left side. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now Gino on first down. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Off of play action, here's Smith. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's caught here by Adams.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
That catch puts him 80 away from 1,000. He's now at 920, and 920, that ties him with Torrey Holt.
That's a great name to remember, but the number, 920, almost boggles the mind, doesn't it? You're talking about 80 catches away from 1,000. What a phenomenal achievement. If he gets there, they have no reason to believe he won't.
That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it is 28-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete.
Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
I think this one offensively, this is what you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game film from the...
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And it's intercepted.
Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here.
This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And the Raiders have got him. Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Today, from the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New Orleans Saints taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
The first opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Los Angeles Rams and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they interplay. They've been playing well, really well. Winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out. Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Jones looking to throw it on the first play. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First run now for Kyron Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
The numbers a week ago for Kupp: 6 catches, 90 yards.
5th in the league in receiving yards, and that's a strong category. I mean, if you're in the top 5 in anything, I don't care whether it's football or tiddlywinks, you're having a nice season.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down. Throwing, Jones. This one swung out to Williams. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 16. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
2nd and 3 from the 9.
Now Jones. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Out of the gun now on third down. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Isaiah Likely,
his second touchdown on the season.
And the Rams are on the board first here this afternoon.
Parkey adds the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So here come the Saints now for their first drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting on a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. The Saints sitting at 5-2 on the year. And they've been playing well, really well. I mean, winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out.
And you have to believe that this is a pretty angry bunch. They only put up 3 points in their last game. I would expect them to be in better form here after a serious week of practice.
All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now third down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. They'll drop to throw.
This one taken in by Olave. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 40. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll roll him out right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
On 2nd down, it's right. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll look to throw here.
Olave holds it in. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 23. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Watch out now, 52. Yellow, line.
They'll run on first down. Right. They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up first and goal.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to...
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. J.K. Dobbins. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. From just shy of midfield, Jones. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on third down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he'll find Pittman. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Man open left side. It's Williams. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. Jones. Finding Williams once more. Complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Jones. Man open. It's Cup. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
Looking for Cooper Kupp again. 2 in a row.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Four yards to go on 2nd down from the 7.
Back to throw. Jones. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Nick Bosa. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
He had some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8.
And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Looking to throw. Jones. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
On 2nd and goal, Jones. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have the show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score.
As we send you message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter.
Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Right. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Buying time to his left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
So this game tied at the half, and if you wondered who would come up with the first big play of this third quarter, we have our answer.
Well, in basketball, you know how they tell you to have active hands defensively? I think the same thing applies here. Nice job there prying the ball free. And now their guys have a chance to take the lead if they can put something together. The beauty of doing it in football, you don't get called for a foul if you hit their arms.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught at the 10. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line, gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So nothing doing there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Rams have taken the lead.
Parkey with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw.
Olave over the middle.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On first down, Sellers.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. Buddy Johnson there on the stop.
Back now here live in New Orleans. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 8. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And down inside the 15 he goes. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's right.
And the Saints are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2? Maybe even 3 more plays.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Right. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
And they'll run again.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a quarterback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game.
On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. Returning it, here's Hamler.
"21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense.
And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
Well, the catch made by Johnson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. They get the USC man, Elijah Vera Tucker.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll set up to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Garrett Wilson.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Saints have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
And that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
So all eyes on this Rams offense. Down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Jones.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again.
Jones throw into the hands of Pittman here.
So the completion gets him just a yard. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle they go. It's Wright. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe. And now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. That one looks like he'll throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. As they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now a handoff up the middle. Right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Steps away. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining. Boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for New Orleans,
they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule.
And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they will try to get